In December 2025, Zimperium's Z Labs research team published confirmed findings on a new Android malware campaign called Droid. And what they documented is one of the most complete device takeover toolkits ever confirmed in a single Android malware strain. The malware displays a convincing full-screen fake Android system update screen on the victim's phone, blocking all interaction, while malicious operations execute silently in the background. Behind that fake update screen, Droid is doing 15 separate things simultaneously, locking the device with a ransomware-style overlay, changing the device PIN or password so the owner cannot regain access, capturing the screen unlock, pattern to steal the credential that would allow recovery, wiping data through device administrator privileges, silencing notifications so the victim cannot receive alerts, capturing images with the phone's front camera without the user's knowledge, recording and transmitting screen activity to a remote server via VNC, intercepting OTP, codes from SMS messages, displaying fake login overlays over legitimate banking and app interfaces to harvest credentials, uninstalling applications, manipulating notifications, and communicating with a command and control server through both HTTP and WebSocket channels. The ransom message Droid displays reads, "Urgent, last chance. Time remaining starts at 24 hours. After this, all files will be deleted forever. Your files will be permanently destroyed. Contact us immediately at this email or lose everything forever. Include your device ID. Payment required within 24 hours. No police, no recovery tools, no tricks. Every second counts." Malwarebytes confirmed this exact ransom message text in its December 2025 analysis, reproducing the wording verbatim. The message is designed to create maximum urgency while being deliberately vague about what payment method or amount is required, forcing the victim to initiate contact with the attacker. The fake system update screen is not a warning. It is not a notification. It is not a prompt asking for your permission. It is the attack in progress, already executing everything it needs to do while you wait for a progress bar that will never complete. The Droid infection chain begins long before the fake update screen appears on the victim's phone, and understanding every stage of how the malware gets there is the only way to stop it before the screen locks. Zimperium's Z Labs confirmed that Droid spreads through phishing websites hosting deceptive applications. The campaign, documented in December 2025, targeted Android users in Spain, with Zimperium confirming that the French telecommunications company Orange SA was one of the companies whose branding was directly impersonated in the phishing pages. Users who believed they were downloading an official Orange app were downloading a Droid dropper. The infection uses a two-stage process. The first stage is a dropper application that the user downloads from the phishing page, believing it to be a legitimate carrier app or service application from a company they recognize. The dropper's sole function is to bypass Android's installation safeguards and silently deliver the second stage payload containing the actual Droid malicious code. From the device's perspective at installation time, the dropper appears to be a normal application requesting standard permissions. Once the second stage installs, the malware exploits Android's accessibility services to automatically approve every additional permission it needs without the victim seeing a single confirmation dialog. The entire permission escalation chain happens in the background within seconds of installation. These automatically approved permissions include access to SMS messages, call logs, contacts, audio recording, and screen content. Every approval happens silently, with no dialogue, no notification, and no visual indicator that the device is granting permissions to an application the user never knowingly installed. After establishing this permission base, Droid contacts its command and control server using both HTTP and WebSocket channels and receives the instruction set it needs to execute the attack. The dual-channel communication gives the attacker redundancy. If one channel is blocked, the other continues operating. The fake system update screen appears at the moment of activation, when Droid has already obtained every permission it needs, and is ready to execute all 15 commands in its confirmed command set. The screen is not the beginning of the attack. It is the visible face of an attack that has already completed its preparation phase entirely without the user's knowledge. The device administrator privilege that Droid exploits to lock the device, change the PIN, and wipe all data is the specific Android permission that makes this malware categorically more dangerous than standard spyware, or even a sophisticated banking Trojan. Most malicious apps operate within Android's application sandbox, reading data they have been granted access to, but unable to take control of the device itself. Device administrator privilege breaks out of that sandbox. When an app holds device administrator status, it can enforce screen lock policies, reset the device PIN or password so the owner is permanently locked out, remotely wipe all data on the device to destruction, and prevent users from uninstalling it through the normal settings path. Removing a device administrator app requires first deactivating its admin status, which Droid screen lock overlay prevents the user from doing. Droid Lock acquires this privilege using the same accessibility services exploit that handles the other automatic permission approvals. The accessibility services permission was designed specifically to allow assistive technology applications to interact with the device on behalf of users with disabilities, reading screen content aloud, enabling switch navigation, or enlarging interface elements. It is one of the most powerful permissions on the Android system precisely because of its legitimate purpose. Droid Lock abuses it to interact with the device on behalf of the attacker, approving its own escalation to device administrator status without the victim tapping a single confirmation. SiliconANGLE's December 2025 analysis of the Droid Lock research confirmed that the malware can force the device into a locked state, change authentication credentials such as PINs or biometrics, and even wipe the targeted device completely, and that despite being ransomware, Droid Lock does not use file encryption, but instead uses coercion through device control, locking victims out of their phones, and threatening permanent data loss unless a ransom is paid. The threat is credible because the capability is real. Droid Lock can delete everything on the device. The 24-hour countdown is not a bluff. Zimperium confirmed the device wipe capability is real and functional. The threat message is accurate about what Droid Lock can do. The dual overlay mechanism that Zimperium's research documented is the most technically sophisticated component of Droid Lock's attack chain, and the one that extends its damage beyond the ransomware lock to include credential theft from banking and API interfaces. The first overlay mechanism deploys fast in-memory overlays that are rendered over the device's real authentication interface, specifically designed to capture the screen unlock pattern at the exact moment the user enters it. When the user attempts to unlock their phone, the malware intercepts the pattern input and transmits it to the command and control server before the device processes the unlock attempt. The second overlay mechanism uses web view-based overlays that render attacker-controlled HTML over legitimate banking app interfaces, presenting a fake login screen visually indistinguishable from the real app. Credentials entered into this overlay go to the attacker's server, not to the legitimate app. The combination means that Droid Lock simultaneously locks the device to extort a ransom payment and steals the banking credentials that would allow the attacker to drain accounts independently. A victim who pays the ransom to recover their device may find that their banking accounts were accessed and drained separately during the same infection window, because the credential theft and VNC remote control functions operate independently of the ransom overlay. The VNC remote control capability, documented in Zimperium's confirmed research, adds a third dimension to the attack that most ransomware does not have. An attacker with VNC access to the infected device can operate it remotely in real time from anywhere in the world, navigating apps, approving transactions, changing account details, and transferring funds, while the victim sees only the fake system update screen and waits patiently for a progress bar that is never going to finish. Zimperium confirmed that Droid Lock can stream and remotely control devices via VNC, meaning the attacker can see the device screen in real time and operate every function of the phone from a remote location. The fake update screen that blocks the user's view is simultaneously the lock that prevents any intervention and the cover under which every other attack component operates without interruption. The connection between Droid Lock and Zimperium's earlier confirmed research on the original fake system update RAT establishes something important. The fake system update social engineering technique is not a new idea in 2025, but a documented, escalating category of Android attack with a confirmed multi-year history of development and refinement. Zimperium's original system update malware research documented an advanced Android remote access Trojan that posed as a system update application. PCR Risk confirmed in its documented analysis that the fake system update RAT is a multifunctional remote access Trojan with extensive spyware and stealer capabilities, and that infections of this type typically cause severe privacy issues, significant financial losses, and identity theft. The technique of presenting malware as a system update exploits a very specific trust relationship. Android users have been trained by years of legitimate updates to accept full screen system interfaces as authoritative and to wait patiently without interfering. System updates are presented by Android with full-screen interfaces, with progress indicators, and with messaging that tells the user not to touch the device while the update completes. Droid Lock replicated this exact user experience precisely because it is the one scenario where an Android user is conditioned to leave their device alone and wait for a process to complete. The user does not interact. The user does not try to close the screen. The user reads, "Do not touch the device," and they comply. That trained patience, built through years of legitimate Android system updates, is the social engineering foundation of the entire attack. The fake update screen exploits Android users' own good behavior. the habit of leaving the device undisturbed during legitimate updates to prevent them from interfering with the malicious processes running beneath it. The protection against Droid lock and the broader fake system update malware category confirmed by Zimperium, Malwarebytes, SiliconANGLE, and the record covers 4 specific defensive steps that address every stage of the confirmed infection chain. The first step is auditing accessibility services right now. Go to Settings, then Accessibility, then Downloaded Apps or Installed Services. Enable Show System Apps. Any app in that list that is not a screen reader, switch access tool, or assistive technology you deliberately configured should have its accessibility permission revoked immediately. Droid lock requires accessibility services to automatically approve permissions and escalate to device administrator status without user interaction. Remove that permission from every app that does not have a clear, documented, currently used assistive technology function, and the infection chain cannot complete, regardless of what else the malware attempts. The second step is auditing device administrator apps, which most users have never checked. Go to Settings, then Security, then Device Admin Apps. Review every app in this list carefully. Any app in that list you do not recognize or cannot verify as a legitimate enterprise management tool or phone finding service should be deactivated immediately by tapping it and selecting Deactivate. An unknown app holding device administrator status on your device right now has the confirmed capability to lock your screen, change your PIN so you cannot unlock it, and wipe every file on the device permanently. This is not a theoretical risk. Zimperium confirmed all 3 capabilities are functional in Droid lock. The third step addresses the delivery mechanism. Never install applications from links sent via SMS, WhatsApp, or any messaging platform, and never download APK files from websites that are not the Google Play Store. Zimperium confirmed that Droid lock spreads through phishing websites hosting deceptive apps that impersonate trusted companies. Google Play Protect scans every app installed through the Play Store. A phishing website APK download bypasses Play Protect entirely because it never passes through the Play Store's scanning infrastructure. The fourth step is keeping Android's security patches current without delay. Google's March 2026 security update fixed 129 confirmed vulnerabilities, including an actively exploited 0-day in a Qualcomm graphics component affecting 234 chipsets. Any security patch older than 90 days means you are running with publicly documented unfixed vulnerabilities. Go to Settings, then About Phone, then Android version, and check your security patch date today. The fake update screen that Droid lock displays is designed to look indistinguishable from a genuine Android system update, and Zimperium's research confirmed it is convincing enough to prevent victims from attempting to power off or interrupt the attack. The 4 steps in this audit make it irrelevant whether you can tell the difference at the moment the screen appears, because they address the permissions and installation vectors that allow the malware to reach your device in the first place. If accessibility services is clean, if device admin apps shows only known entries, if you have never installed an APK from outside the Play Store, and if your security patch is current, Droid lock cannot operate on your device regardless of how convincing its fake update screen looks. Check all 4 right now. Share this with every Android user you know. The confirmed source pack for this video includes Zimperium Zet Labs. December 2025, research identifying Droid lock with 15 confirmed attacker commands. Full screen fake system update overlay, device administrator privilege abuse, dual overlay credential theft, and VNC remote control. Malwarebytes. December 2025, confirmed analysis reproducing the exact ransom message text. The record. December 2025, confirmed coverage of Droid lock's capability to change device PIN, wipe data, silence notifications, and capture front camera images. SiliconANGLE, December 2025, confirmed technical breakdown of screen wipe mustache, locking overlays, credential theft, and device wipe capability. GB Hackers, December 2025, confirmed 2-stage dropper infection chain analysis. Zimperium's original system update RAT research, establishing the confirmed multi-year history of this attack category. Every capability described in this video is confirmed by primary security research. Every protection step addresses a specific confirmed attack vector in Droid lock's documented infection chain.